Hello and welcome to English 111 Fall 2020. Whether you're in English 111 43 or English 111 44, I have two sections this semester. You'll want to first view the first two links. And Moodle will work from top to bottom, so you will start at the top and just go through in this order. Now, the course announcements is where I will give announcements of course events, reminders of policies, attendance, and so forth. But these announcements also go to your email, so you'll be able to receive them there. And every student should check their email daily because taking online courses, that's how instructors communicate with you. So you'll definitely want to be sure to check your email daily because I do send a lot of announcements out, especially announcements of due dates. How does this course work? This particular link, make sure you click on it, gives you kind of an outline of the way this particular course works, what you're to expect in each module, and so forth. The very first tab you should be working in is the Getting Started tab. This tab has got a PDF that gives student guidelines for online classes. You'll need to read through that. And also the most important right here is to complete the attendance quiz. This is a very short, maybe couple question quiz. It doesn't matter if you pass or fail it. It just solidifies your registration and enrollment in this course. If it's not completed by August 26th, the student will be removed from the course as a no-show. And two, you can't move on in the course until this is completed. No other modules will show up for you. So you need to complete that first. As soon as you complete it, you can move on in the course. Then you have course information. This particular tab gives a welcome message. Click on it and read through it. My introduction, and this will also be in the class introductions discussion board assignment that you guys have. I'll put my introduction in there too. Then here you have the English 111 course syllabus and assignment schedule. The assignment schedule is tentative. It could change, but it gives you a good idea of what you will be covering in the course. And it will also outline policies and expectations, grading guidelines, and so forth. So please be sure to read through your course syllabus. And then the next tab before you start your modules will be the course resources. This is one tab that you'll likely refer to off and on all semester. Here you have what's called an individual essay checklist. You have about 4 or 5 essays this semester, and each essay has what's called a checklist, which means you need to look at that checklist and say, okay, did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? And you need to look at that checklist prior to submitting that particular essay. It will help eliminate a lot of little problem areas. So that checklist folder is here. Each one of those essays in each module also has the checklist listed there as well, but I put them all here for easy access. Here is a guide to grammar and writing, and this is a comprehensive link that goes over grammar. And those of us that have grammar issues, and you might see this when I start marking up essays, you can click there to kind of get a good idea of how to correct some of the mistakes. This right here is very important. MLA resources, documents, and tutorials. If you click here, it will give you a list of very helpful documents, tutorials, videos, whatever, of MLA formatting, MLA documentation. Here is the guide. This is a very extensive guide. It gives a lot of information. So what I did is if you go down here to the MLA cheat sheet, I gave a document here, and then here is me explaining that document. This document is like 2 pages. I've condensed the basic information you need to know about MLA documentation and formatting. So this is here for you, the Purdue guide, but I've created the cheat sheet to help minimize the time spent looking through Purdue OWL. This is another MLA tutorial, how to set up an essay in MLA format. If you click this, it shows me actually going through the motions on the screen to show you how to set up an essay. How to alphabetize sources and use hanging indentation. This won't be until we get to the cause effect essay, the causal analysis. But we will be working with MLA here, and you'll see how to alphabetize sources and use hanging indentation on the works cited. Here's a sample MLA works cited page. Whatever works cited page you do for this class, it should look similar in formatting. This is Citation Machine. It teaches you how to cite sources from the internet, articles, to make sure that they're formatted correctly in MLA. And this is the basic MLA format of essays. This is a template, so you could just fill in the blanks in this essay template and use it as your own. Just make sure all of my template instructions are erased before you do so. And then plagiarism resources. This is very important. You'll need to click on this to view all of the different resources provided here. Plagiarism is not just copy and pasting. Plagiarism is a big deal. Whenever I was in college, I had an instructor who took major points off because I left off end quotation marks on a quote that I used in a paper because she said it was plagiarism. When you leave certain punctuation marks off, when you don't cite sources correctly, when the sources cited within your essay don't match up to the sources on your works cited page, or if you don't cite sources at all, it's plagiarism. And whether you intended to do it or not, it's plagiarism. So please make sure you view these, and when it comes time for us to start citing sources, you'll be able to submit a rough draft of those essays, and I can help you correct those areas when needed. But please review the plagiarism resources here. Essay Writing Basics. This is an organization chart. It's kind of like a graphic organizer that gives students a really good idea of what should go in each part of a paper. So you could look at that for assistance. And then here, if you're ever wondering when you get your rough drafts back what some of my comments might mean or some of my markings might mean, you can certainly email me and ask for clarification. I want you to do that. But here I've provided an instructor grading comments with explanations. So if you click on that, you'll see I've got all of my little abbreviations listed here. And CS would mean comma splice, FRAG would mean fragment, RO is run on, and if you notice out to the side, I have provided links that show you what this is and how to correct it. And I've done so for everything else. I've given some explanations throughout. So if you have any questions about understanding my comments on your rough draft, you can look here. And most of the time the question will be answered, but if not, you can certainly email me. Okay, now that's it for your introduction to the course itself in the first 3 tabs. Please go to Module 1 after completing this attendance quiz. You'll go to Module 1 and then you'll view the instructor video, which is right here, to Module 1. Thank you, and let me know if I can be of any assistance.